Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. And I must one day soon give you an update on my guides as well. A lot of you have noticed they've been very quiet ever since Aaron, yeah. My soothsayer said the other day he likes that name. She's very much in connection with the guides themselves. Aaron. Very much likes that name, and we had a bit of discussion about what was going on, and yeah, I'll give you an update sometime in the next couple of days. Very quickly, a lapis lazuli. Thank you for everybody who commented. The giveaway is the little gold-coloured inclusions there, so absolutely love it. And as the sender pointed out to me, the reason why she chose this one is it has the lotus flower on the top. So just absolutely love it. So thank you so much. Okay, just a few little bit of housekeeping things. If you see any spam, I am not on WhatsApp. The spam is really obvious. They'll reply in comments. I don't always pick them up because they may be on old comments, etc. And when there are hundreds a day, I can't necessarily find where the spam is. If you click on the three little dots on the side of the spam comment, pretty much what they're saying is book for a reading, blah, 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 call this number, and it's a WhatsApp number. It's not me, it's bots. Just click on the three little dots down the side and report it. You can report it as spam or you can report it as whatever you like. Few choice options there, such as porn or abuse, etc. And yes, very quickly, it's Mullen that is Homeland Security. Again, my brain is absolutely hopeless with keeping names in order, and even worse with faces, so I do apologise if I pass you in the street and don't recognise you. It's Bill Pustule that is the DNI guy, and speaking of which, boy oh boy, isn't Patel and Heggs both in deep doo-doo trouble at the moment with news that is coming out. However, what I want to have a look at, I will, in a separate reading, have a touch on a few other things. But what's really grabbing my attention is such as the $300 billion fund. Now, a few of you made a comment on it, and I said, oh, no, that's just the Persian money that was seized and getting released. No, actually, you are right. It is a fund that supposedly investment type fund to rebuild, and I just want to point out memorandum of understanding that appears to have been leaked by the Saudis, and I have put a link to it in my post section. It's not an agreement. It is just at this stage a memorandum of understanding, and for those of us that have been in business, memorandums, don't really mean a lot. And of course, then is not real was not included in wording. However, option number one is not real. We'll stop bombing Lebanon. So I'll have a bit of a better look later. And as I'm shuffling using the Golden Universal Tarot, two ending cards, the Death card and the Ten of Wands, the inability to get this over the line, the chaos of it all. Could also be the death of a leader here, and I'm not thinking it's the Persian leader. But we'll have a proper look at that in a minute. What I do want to have a look at right now is Fleon, of all people. Oh, again, really? So SpaceX, gone up, gone down. It's still above its starting point, but what I want to have a look at, and other news, there's a leaked document that's come out, oh goodness me, legs like a bloomin' sieve, saying that the ballroom repair, rebuild, whatever you like to call it, by independent assessors have said that it will cost at least 600 mil. Now, didn't the reflection pool go up about 7 times in cost as to what was originally quoted? But 600 mil with half of it to be paid by taxpayers. So, of course, that'll go over like a lead balloon. And there was a group of young fellas that were arrested on the claim that they were going to attack the cage fight using drones. They're not leftists. They are far, far, far right. Leftists don't do that sort of thing. But if you see it on the news. Okay, but what I want to have a look at with Fleon, a couple of things happening there at the moment. So, first of all, I just want to mention that in probably less than 2 hours' time from now, there is a space launch happening, a launch of one of Fleon's rockets. Now, these were supposed to happen prior to the IPO, but they didn't. They were delayed, and it's called Bluebird Block 2 on Falcon 9 Block 5, whatever that, or I'm assuming Falcon 9 Block 5 is the pad that it's on, but Bluebird Block 2, well, what's Bluebird Block 2? Is the, what's it launching? It's launching some low Earth orbit satellites, as if we need some more of them, at the cost of $52 million. Oh, man. Okay, so I'll have a look at that. But what I do want to start with is there's so much going on there. There is actually a lawsuit that is now, where did I see that? Sorry, I do have the details here somewhere. Okay, looking at Al Jazeera.com, their news channel, the felon regime, that's not what it actually says, but let me call it that way, has intervened on the side of Fleon's xAI in a legal dispute over the environmental impact of a $20 billion data center in Tennessee, claiming that efforts to block the project threaten national security. Of course they do. That's their go-to catch-all. In a court motion filed this week, the DOJ requested a dismissal of a lawsuit accusing xAI of illegally operating dozens of natural gas turbines at a South Haven, Mississippi facility constructed to power the Colossus 2 data center in nearby Memphis, Tennessee. Oh, man. So the National Association for the Advancement of Coloured People, the largest civil rights group for African Americans, filed the lawsuit in April under the 1963 Clean Energy Act, which allows citizens to seek injunctions and civil penalties against alleged polluters. So this is the NAACP filing a lawsuit against xAI for illegally erecting without permission or permits. How many was it? Dozens of gas turbines. Oh man, these people, why apply for one of those pesky certificates of approval, all the rest of it? It's very much just, running roughshod. So I'm going to have a look at this court case, and I also want to have a look at the what else is happening. SpaceX also just or signed to pay $60 billion for a startup company called Cursor. That is a coding company, coding startup, to try and improve the coding capabilities of Grok, because Grok's a piece of garbage, and everybody knows it's a piece of garbage, allegedly entertainment only. Okay, so let's have a look. I'm going to have a look first of all at this court case. The regime has gotten the DOJ involved in a state court case over environmental impact of a data center in Tennessee. I assume the court case is in Mississippi because that's where the gas turbines have been installed. Tell me about this court case. What do we need to know about this court case? How's it going to go? Let's have a look. This court case. Dozens of gas turbines installed illegally in Mississippi. Ooh, they're not good cards. Okay. Let's see how they go. Come on down. These three literally just flew out. So we've got some sort of, well, is it a big money? There's huge money involved. Secrets are being revealed, and it could be where data centers go to die. Okay, let's have a look. What was this? This is the first one that fell out. So this is about an inability. I think he's going to lose this case. I will ask, will he lose it? Because here we've got, I'm just going to put those to the side for the moment. The signifier we've got here is the inability to harvest. Okay, so I'm asking how the court case is going to go. The inability to harvest. Now, the reason why I feel this is Fleon's inability to go ahead with it is because if you have a look at the figure here, boy oh boy, doesn't he have this arrogant look of distaste on his face. So this is not the people of Mississippi or the organization that bought the lawsuit. This is like, I can do what I like, but the inability to harvest. Okay. Because he's going to get embroiled in a nightmare legal case. Being rich and thinking he could do whatever he wants, which is the energy he's stewing in at the moment, not listening to anything that goes against what he wants to do or believes he can do. There is this attitude. Someone asked me this morning via email in regards to, i.e., Glue, the second son of the Glue Eater, the second son of the felon, as to why would he want to bet on a rigged fight, blah 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 blah. This is not what they said, but I'm just ad-libbing here. Because it's not like they need the money. Well, it's not about the money. It's about being so incredibly wealthy that you think the rules don't apply, that you can do whatever you like. And it's about feeding the ego, an insatiable ego. Okay, so we've got here at the bottom the uber wealthy thinking that they can, not listening to public opinion, just doing what they think they can do. However, here's the court case being bought in the past. So this is the Page of Swords, crowning the reading. Not liking what is being presented. This could be the judge. I don't know who the judge in this particular case is, but this is a rejection of what is being offered here. Now, this could be Fleon or whoever it is rejecting what is being brought forward, but I feel this is more rejecting the data center, rejecting the illegal installation of these turbines. But it feels like the judge, there's no case. There's no case to have it dismissed is what I'm getting here. Okay, the immediate future, dark money behind the scenes, plotting and planning going on behind the scenes involving money. Externally, we've got, it's my emotionally mature diplomat and negotiator trying to bring the ship into harbour in the background here. If you have a look, there's a ship in the background here. But this could, let's see where this goes. Internally, so you've got the King of Cups and the King of Swords. I don't think this is going to go Fleon's way. This could be the judge bringing down a ruling. Yeah, absolutely. It's about an abuse of power. I can do whatever you like. You plebs can just go away. A perfect example is in Texas, where the SpaceX launch pad is right next to not only protected breeding grounds, but also quite exclusive real estate. And couldn't give a rat's poo bear, SpaceX, about whose lives they are destroying, including that of the native flora and fauna. But yeah, this is just an arrogant abuse of power. Okay, where does it go? Ten of Pentacles, end of an era, an offer being made, and the Queen of Cups to try to keep a lid on things, finding was back up against the wall, stalled in the movement forward, and then loss, heartbreak, betrayal. For whom? Which side? There's a lot of money involved in this, coming to some sort of agreement, and the Ten of Swords. Okay, I want to ask, is this Fleon, or is this the data center that's going to, I mean, why? Probably because of lax pollution regulation. Why have in Mississippi and the actual data center over the border? Right, the Queen of Pentacles, the Star, being forced to look at other options, the Hermit, trying to find a path forward, some sort of announcement being made, juggling act. There's not really anything that is a lot of information coming out and an inability to bring it, a lot of hard work and walking away and judgment and having to retreat. I was looking for the Ten of Pentacles because that's my Fleon card. So what I'll do, I'll just ask it from both sides to see if I can get a clearer on who is the one that's going to miss out. I'm getting the vibe that it is the arrogance of Fleon. So just a couple of cards. How's this court case going to go? Oh, finding himself naked and exposed, a naivety there. Okay. A real childish naivety that results in loss for one side and celebration for the other. 3 cups built, 3 cups celebrating. I get the feeling it's not going to go well for Fleon. Let's have a look. Oh, in case you're the deck, it's this one. It's the Golden Universal Tarot. How's this court case going to go for Fleon? For Fleon. Oh, okay. Infighting. Chariot, chaotic, attempt to move forward or inability to move forward, judgment and retreat. Ooh, not well for Fleon. Okay, there's the ruling coming down, the ruling and being forced to walk away. And we've got this celebration, the people celebrating. Okay, I'll just put these back randomly and ask from the other side. How's this court case going to go for those that bought the case against? How's the court case going to go for those that bought the protection, the environmental protection case? Okay, some heartbreak, but legal ruling to pause things. Look at these 3 major arcana. This one, I think, is just treasonous disbelief that the DOJ is bringing this. May end up going to SCOTUS, where it will go to die. We've got here, or just be paused. The abuse of power by big money. There's a ruling on it. An offer, some sort of offer being made, a Trojan horse offer, but the wheel of fortune turning on the back foot, having to defend. There's that infighting card again, and then emotional new beginning, Tower moment, and the Fool, and the Sun. A lot of majors coming out. I don't. I mean, I'm not sure whether it's a federal court or a state court because it crosses federal lines, state lines, sorry. I mean, neither of them get good cards. Are the turbines, let me just ask, are the turbines going to be turned off? Are the turbines going to be shut down? I mean, can't operate the data centre if it's not got the power to do so. Are the turbines going to be forced to shut down until such time as this is resolved? Are the turbines? I think that's a yes and a yes, which is really a win for the people. So we've got the Hanged Man and the Wheel of Fortune. Something unexpected out of left field brings about a tower moment. And strength, that's Fleon. Taming Fleon. And you've got here the Hierophant, the government, the lies, the waiting for the ships to come in, and then we've got this inability to move forward and rejection. I think that's what's going to happen in the short term, is that they're going to be ordered to not switch the turbines on until this is resolved, or if they're already on, to turn them off. Okay. And look, to be honest, when the felon is gone, Fleon's protection is also gone. So just be aware of that. There's a lot of things in play at the moment. Okay. What I want to have a look at is $60 billion for a startup called Cursor in an attempt to... Can't wait for the AI bubble to explode. It's not just going to pop, it's going to explode. Let's have a look. 60 billion. Someone walked away with a nice little pocket full of change there. For an AI startup called Cursor in a desperate attempt, because I believe Grok is about 45% accurate, which means it's 55% inaccurate, plus there's a massive court cases. Now, someone also mentioned to me that Palantir is pretty much getting shoved out of Europe as well. In many of the European countries are basically either rejecting it if it's not installed or making moves to extract them from their government databases. But let's have a look. There's 60 billion for Cursor to try and improve the coding. Come on down, let's have a look. Right, big announcement being made, action being taken. It's not going to help. 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. Someone's made a lot of money out of it with the 9 of Pentacles. Big stick moment, legal, some sort of legal ruling perhaps. Lies, stealing, untruths. La 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 off the cliff, walking away from what are just, and then a reduced, trying to backtrack on this announcement. I don't think Cursor is what it is being sold as, is what my guides, because you've got the 7 of Swords, the 5 of Swords, the legal action, the 5 of Pentacles. You've got here this naivety, 6 of Cups, pie in the sky, coming to some sort of agreement where they backtrack back out again. I don't know that this agreement's going to go ahead, or if it does, there might be some legal action because it's not going to actually do what it was promised to do. Entertainment only, can only go by the cards, or it's not going to resolve Grok's problems, or however you like to put it. Okay, I'll just pop those away. What I want to have a look at is the launch. Notice all the launches got put off until after the IPO. Right, when is the next launch? Let's have a look. So the next launch is, there was one that was ready to launch today, but the next one is actually happening in 2 hours, 10 minutes and 52 seconds, which is launch status, go for launch, Bluebird block 2, numbers 3 to 5, to send up some more low orbit satellites. How's it gonna go? The next SpaceX launch, 10 of Pentacles, a lot of money, 52 million. And then we've got the 6 of Swords. Okay, trying to get something moving forward out into space. Rocky, but then calmer. Okay, how's this launch going to go? He's also got a number of, if I have a look, at the space launch schedule, believe it or not, it's a little monkey at the top. What am I at? Spacelaunchschedule.com I'm looking at. SpaceX. So the actual launches are today. There's one due for the 21st, I believe, which is a go for launch, which is more Starlink satellites, as if we need more of those. There's one for the 18th, which is tomorrow, NRL 179, whatever that is. Starlink, blah, blah, blah. He's got a lot of launches scheduled over the next few days. So I just want to have a look using the Why Not Sci-Fi Tarot. Let's have a look. These SpaceX launches that are coming up over the next little while, how are they going to go? Are they actually going to get off the ground? Are they going to do a Bezos? Oh dear, how sad, never mind. Let's have a look. These launches, how are they going to go? Well, I've got the sun. Is this an explosion? They're all off the same launch pad. I mean, if that launch pad's taken out of action, that leapt out at me. Okay, how are these space launches going to go? Could also be they go fine with the sun card, or there could be a massive explosion. How are they going to go? Challenged by the 9 of Swords, the nightmare in space. Oh dear, how sad. The 9 of Swords, which is the nightmare card, and it's also the escalating nightmare. That's the challenge. You've got the Ace of Wands, which is either a really big announcement or a bam bam card at the foundation. Okay, thank you. I just got told, and I will in the next few days do an update on my guides, but I just got told, oh, they took it away from me. Gosh, don't you hate it when the guides do that? Oh, no, they've done the Ace of Wands. So some fire energy. Oh, man. I'm obviously not meant to tell you. Okay, we've got the Magician here, the manipulation in the past or the manifestation. Now, he's holding this one rod that is here. So it says the master of everything, which is how Fleon sees himself. An exciting adventure at the limits of human comprehension. Okay, that's all good and fun. But this magician is holding this one rod that is here as well. No, there's no rods in those ones. Okay, So this was creating something. Here it is ready to launch. This is the energy it's stewing in at the moment that these are. Oh dear. The Tower. The Disintegrator Beam. Ooh, one of these launches, or even the launch today, might not go particularly well. We've got the Sun, the Nine of Swords, the Tower, the Ace of Wands, the big messaging, the Ten of Pentacles, the legacy. Oh dear. The ideal family is cloning gone too far. You'll notice they all have exactly the same face on them. I had to chuckle. Someone made a comment when I was talking about Fleon the other day, made a comment under one of my videos saying, talking about they were sort of bragging about his prowess, that he's had multiple wives and many children. Well, I'm just going to point out most of his children, it has been leaked that were conceived by IVF due to problems with a particular appendage, due to drug use, allegedly. This is just a leaked rumor. But yeah, how many wives has he had? Good old Christian values, all that sort of jazz. But the Ten of Pentacles, end of a legacy, end of the money. Page of Pentacles, so we've gone from the 10 back down, from 10 to 1. Okay. The Seven of Wands, internally, cornered, under attack. Hopes and fears, a show of strength, but look at that lascivious ick there. Oh, speaking of which, so I've posted a video in my post section, and it's when they were doing the big group photograph. Sorry, I'll just put that down and have it. So I've posted in my post section. You only need to watch the first 30 seconds of it. And it's the big group photograph at the G7. And Macron got, the felon had to be helped up onto that one tiny little step to get onto the podium. Macron hopped up next to him, and he indicated for Brigitte Macron to stand between him and the felon. He grabbed her backside. You can see it. She stood up backwards up onto the podium. He's got his hand there. She's jumped forward back off it. Looked like she stumbled or fell or something. I'd be falling off too. She then realised the importance of the situation. She got back up on the podium and and backwards stood up on the next step to get out of reach of him. Why is the media not talking about this sort of stuff? They're talking about Brigitte Macron stumbling. No, she didn't. She got grabbed by the derriere. I bet she... Oh, man. Anyhow, that's my little point. Remember the last one, he got kicked out because he made really vile comments about Prime Minister Maloney's legs. Oh, goodness me. Ick, ick, ick. Anyhow, so trying to, trying to show strength, but also it's just this, anyhow, the outcome, Page of Swords. Okay, swooping at windmills can also be social media. Five of Wands. Got an explosion happening in the middle and everything going poof. And the Empress. A big poof, potentially, says the mother of invention, but it could be a big poof. And then you've got the Four of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles, if that doesn't look like mission control, I'm not quite sure what is, but the Four of Pentacles, trying to hold on to the situation, but also money. As I said, you'll notice this was delayed until after the IPO, the Three of Pentacles and then the Ten of Wands. the overreach, the inability to get to the finish line, etc. A lot of information coming out that's just chaotic and too much. What have we got then? We've then got the Ace of Wands, and we've got the Three of Wands. So we've got this attempted three, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. This chaotic attempt to get these three launched. Okay, seeing what's on the bottom there. The Eight of Swords, the restriction. The Knight of Swords, a harsh truth. The Five of Cups, the loss. Oh, it just goes on and on. Six of Cups, the naivety of the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is my Fleon card. You then got the Lovers and the Devil. And the Eight of Cups walking away. Seven of Swords, the Moon. Boy, oh boy, these aren't good cards. There's going to be one of these launches that is, and I'm hoping it's the one today, I'll keep an eye on them, that is going to be a mess. I'm feeling Bezos type mess. I will ask specifically, is one of these launches, any of these by SpaceX, going to end up, sorry, I'll bring you down so you can see me shuffling, any of these launches going to end up, is it Blue Sky, Bezos's, in a Bezos type launch issue? What do they call them? An unplanned something or other, decoupling or whatever, but I don't even think it's going to be that. Are any of these launches that are planned in the next little while, because my guides hate it when I try and put particular timelines on anything, going to end up in a Bezos type King of Pentacles? There's Fleon. Oh, there's the Lovers. You guys saw me shuffling. Their passion brought war to the galaxy. Of course it did. He had it all. What he did with it changed the universe. Lovers. Queen of Cups, trying to keep a lid on something. She had life in the palm of her hand. Queen of Cups, King of Cups. Master of his own heart. The Hierophant, the government, the Five of Swords, the Three of Swords. Oh, this is not good. Higher authorities bringing a Five of Swords and Three of Swords for Fleon. The Five of Pentacles. Oh, getting better. And the Eight of Cups being forced to walk away. And these look like something that's about to go boom really big. And then the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles can mean, if you think of the original Rider-Waite, started with something and ended up with a lot less. And then we got Five of Cups. 1, 2, 3 fives plus the Three of Swords. Six of Pentacles could mean the IPO, the money that he got from the IPO, and then you're getting the regret for those that were involved. I can't believe 1, 2, 3 fives and the Three of Swords. The Six of Pentacles is the IPO, the money that changed hands, and then the Five of Cups, the regret at the loss, which is why it was delayed. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. There's something about one of these launches that is going to Dropped the share price significantly, is my feels. None of it's going his way. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Again, long reading, but we'll see if we can cut them down in the future. Love to you all. Take care. Bye-bye.